Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, I tell you what guys, the new year, the Apex pass around group has kind of picked up again, and this is where this knife comes from. It comes from Kansept via the Apex pass around group, so thank you very much to Kansept and David over there at Apex for all the hard work he does getting these knives and sending them out to us. But like I said, a Kansept knife. Been a little while since we've had a Kansept knife on the channel. This one is the Reedus, and it is a Dimitri Osarenko custom knives collaboration, or it's abbreviated DOCK, DOC, a lot of times. So we'll see his maker's mark here in a minute. But what you've got here, you've kind of got this blue titanium, got the back spacer as well. Blue titanium, you got this milled pattern on the handle. And I'm telling you what, the first thing that really kind of impressed me was the grippiness of the titanium. Very, very good. I like that. You know, sometimes titanium, it can be a little bit slippery, but you kind of see it's got that flat look to it, but it has a decent grip. Like that a lot. Mostly open construction, but like I said, you do have the back spacer there. It has a loop over clip, wants to be deep carry. There's a little bit sticking out of your pocket. We'll check that a little bit later. No recess screws. We'll definitely talk about that here in a little bit. But overall, frame lock, as you can see, pretty nice, pretty well constructed. I mean, everything is chamfered off, very nice, done very well. Centering is good. Yep, centering is good. Hardware, like I said, you got the blue pocket clip, you have the blue thumb studs. That is your mode of deployment. Dual thumb studs is right hand, tip up carry only. Sorry, lefties. You do have the hole there, and I can get to it, but it's kind of hiding behind that. Oh, no. Can't do it. Thumb stud. There you go. It's a thumb stud knife for me. Just could not get enough leverage behind it to get it fully open. Now, let's do that again. Action is pretty good. Flips out pretty nicely. Detent is not bad. Not bad at all. Flip it out there. There you go. There's your full profile. Now you've got this kind of ledge here on the spine. Interesting. Kind of, you know, the Stout kind of had one of those. It looks all right. Definitely compound ground, as you can see there as I blind you. But anyway, it's compound grind on the blade. S35 VN on this one. There you go. There is Dimitri's maker mark, the Reedus. It is. And then on this side, of course, right up there, it says S35 VN and your model number. Like I said, action is pretty good on it. Not too bad. Let's get some specs. Spec check time. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pretty much right at 8 inches. About a 4.5 inch handle, going to give you a 3.5 inch blade, and your cutting edge is right there. You're getting all that. All that is cutting edge. So very good, like that. As you can see there, your thumb studs are kind of, because your blade is brought so far back, your thumb studs obviously are kind of in that cutting path. So you do kind of lose a little bit of your cutting edge. Not a lot, but I mean, it is what it is. That blade and the thumb studs kind of see there. You definitely would be in the cutting path. So, let's see. Oh, grip length. Grip length, and you're pretty much, I'm kind of going to look from here first. You're looking at about 3.5. Now, can you choke up? Obviously, you can. There's no flipper tab or anything in your way. But obviously, just remember, the more you choke up, the closer you are going to be to that corner of that blade. And it is definitely a corner. You slide up there, you're gonna get bit. But normal grip, what I call normal grip, actually where the cutout is and where your lock face meets there, you're looking at right about 3.5 inches, and that's how it looks in my 3 3/4 inch hand. So, all right, size comparison time. What do we have? Well, we always have the PM2. We're going to put that out there. PM2 is going to be slightly bigger, just a little bit. Not a lot, about 1/4 of an inch or so on the blade, and about that on the handle too, so maybe about a 1/2 inch overall. Now your bug out is going to be pretty close, but it's going to be just a little bit shorter. You're looking at about a 1/2 inch shorter for the bug out, and yeah, maybe not quite or did I say 1/2 inch? 1/4 inch, excuse me. 1/4 inch shorter on the handle, and not quite a 1/4 inch on the blade. Pretty close, though. Pretty close. Overall weight, man, it feels light in my hand. I'll tell you that. 3.9. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. And then, of course, the carry, like I said, you do have a little bit sticking out of your pocket. Not too much. Of course, that blue pocket clip, I mean, that's gonna kind of be a signal that you have a knife in your pocket, but it doesn't bother me. Anyway, what do I think about the knife overall? It is way more comfortable in hand than I was expecting. Seen pictures of it. Obviously, when it came up in the Apex, I was like, yeah, I wanted to check it out. It is very, very comfortable in hand. I am very, very happy with how this feels in my hand. I can definitely feel the pocket clip a bit. Some people could not be happy with it. It's potential. For me, it's not bad. I feel it maybe a little bit more than I'd like to, but overall, it's a lot more comfortable in my hand because it's kind of square, you know, and I was like, but hey, it's not bad. Not bad at all. And like I said, everything's chamfered off very well. Like I said, you got that compound ground edge. Some people like them, some people don't. I kind of tend to be more on the don't side, but that's not a condemnation of the knife. That's just a personal choice. The only, to be perfectly honest with you, the only major, and it's not even major, it's a nitpick. My nitpick with this knife is obviously right there. This knife sells for, right, 179, 180 bucks. It would just look so... All the rest of the screws are countersunk, except for your pivot there. It does stick up a little bit on both sides. Countersunk screws on that pocket clip. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, it's a nitpick. Is it a big deal? No, it goes in and out of pocket just fine. The pocket clip's got some decent retention on it. It's completely aesthetic, but just taking that little bit of extra time to recess those screws and put flat screws in there, flathead screws, you know, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why, you know? I'm not sure why they're not doing it. But hey, like I said, does that affect the usability? No, it's completely aesthetic. And if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother you. You know what I mean? And does it really bother me? No. Could it be better? Yeah, that's my point. But, you know, overall, not a bad knife. Kansept is doing some pretty good stuff. Action is okay. There's nothing really I say I dislike about this knife at all. It's just the pockets, you know, the screws. The screws, it's little. I get it. It's a little thing. It's nothing major. Just, it is what it is. It is what it is. And that's what it is. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate Kansept sending it out. Absolutely appreciate what David over at Apex does for a lot of us here in the community, getting us knives to check out. Really, really do appreciate that. And then definitely appreciate all you that stop by and take a look. Really, really appreciate that for sure. Thanks again, guys. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Till next time. Bye, guys.